And wear that invisible, sexy corset. Make sure to engage those pelvic floor muscles too, those P muscles. It may be your husband if you're really mad at him right now, if he's not helping you change those dirty diapers, if he's not waking up at night, or like a, I don't know, a lizard climbing up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for yet another video. Today we are going to be talking about something a little different. This has been requested on my channel, so I figured I should deliver because you guys are asking for it, and we're talking about diastasis recti. This is a very fancy name for a very simple condition that we are more prone to as women when we are pregnant and after we give birth. It is basically a separation of your ab muscles. So let me just show you. This is your rectus abdominis, and then you have your transverse abdominis, which is underneath. That's the muscle that is first, and then you've got your rectus abdominis on top. And so what happens is your rectus abdominis actually separates, and then you have a little bit of a gap, which leaves you feeling weaker, and you may have some back pain along with it. I'm just speaking from experience because it happened to me. I will talk about all of that during this video because what I'm gonna do is tell you how to check for it, just to see how many finger widths your diastasis recti is, or hopefully you don't have it. And then also to do a full workout with me, and I'll tell you about my experience with it, how I overcame it. I am now just checked with my husband downstairs. I think I'm like a half a finger width at this point. It's not even a full finger. So 2 years out, my diastasis recti has closed up, but I'll tell you all about that in a moment. So let's get on the floor. I'm gonna show you how to check for it. All right, so find a spot to lay down. And the way you check to see how severe or how many finger widths your diastasis recti is to bend your knees. So you want to get into this position that I am in right now. And then you want to basically curl your shoulders up almost in like a little bit of a crunch. And then put your fingers right where your belly button is. That's usually where you can feel it the most. And if you feel a divot there, where your belly button is, which is basically where your two rectus abdominis muscles meet, that is where you'd be feeling the separation. So mine used to be 3 finger widths, and it is now a half a finger width. But basically feel how many finger widths you have, and that is just an easy way to tell how severe your diastasis recti is. So let's get into my favorite part of this because it's the workout. Of course, we're gonna work out and help you correct it. The number one thing to remember is that you really want to go slowly. So definitely don't push yourself. If you just had your baby and you are newly postpartum, start slow. I did not do this. I tried to jump into it and it was not a good thing, you know? So slowly. The best thing to start off with is to do vacuums. You can do these anywhere, you could do them at any time, and it's an exercise, it's actually an exercise that works you from the inside out. So what you want to do is strengthen your core from the inside out. So let me just show you how to do a vacuum. You can literally do these when you're feeding your baby, you can do them when you're standing and preparing a bottle, you can do it when you're, you can do it anytime. You can do it laying down, whatever. But that's what makes it awesome, and this is the number one exercise I'd recommend you doing before you even do this workout. So once you can get vacuums down and you feel strong in your core that way, then you can do the workout with me. But let me show you how to do a vacuum. So what you want to do is you want to sit up nice and tall. So your abs are going to be engaged, you're sitting up nice and tall. You want to bring your belly button in toward your spine, so you're going to exhale and then up. So you're gonna bring it up towards your diaphragm. Your belly button's going in towards your spine and you're bringing it up. You also want to engage your pelvic floor muscles while you're doing this, so everything is really tightening up, and then relax. So do this throughout the day. You can bring it in, exhale and make it like a vacuum, and hold it, and then let it go. Keep doing that. I also found it helpful to do the vacuum where you bring it in and then you kind of like crunch it and like pulse it, make it tight. So it's not just holding it, you're just like pulsing and tightening and then relaxing fully. So do that throughout the day as many times as you can, and that's really, really gonna help you tighten everything up and start healing your diastasis recti. All right, so we're gonna start off with some exercises standing up. All right, so I'm starting my timer. I want you guys to stand with your feet hip width apart, and we're going to be doing some crisscross punches. So just like this, you want to punch off to the side. And as you're doing this, make sure you're engaging your pelvic floor muscles. Those are your P muscles. When you are stopping your P stream, that's what I'm talking about. Bring them up right towards your spine with your belly button in towards your spine and up towards that diaphragm. All right, so keep everything nice and tight. This is not gonna feel really intense. If you are someone who worked out a lot before you had your kid, this is gonna feel like you're not doing anything, but really what you're doing is starting from ground zero, because you really wanna go slowly when reintroducing those ab exercises. It's just going to take a while to fix your diastasis recti. That was a really difficult thing for me to kind of like come to terms with, because I worked out with my twins until they were 30 weeks, or until I was 30 weeks pregnant with them. All right, we got a mini break. We are going to be doing some really cool reaching to the side movements for our next exercise. So put your hands out in front of you and reach off to the side. Again, make sure to keep your core nice and tight. So as I was saying, I worked out until my kids were 30 weeks, and I keep saying they were 30 weeks, but I was 30 weeks. I was carrying them anyway, and then I stopped. And then I stopped for 18 months. After they were born, I worked out here and there very sporadically. I would take like a month off, and so basically I consider that not working out for 18 months, because for me, I used to work out all the time. It's really a time for me to relax, get some, energy out, and it was tough. It was tough for me because I was really sleep deprived, and I felt like I wasn't getting my exercise to reduce that stress and anxiety that I was feeling when my twins were first born. It is so hard, you guys, when you have infant twins. All right, 15 seconds. Our next one is going to be, you're gonna put your arms out like a starfish, legs out, then you're gonna like crush something on your knee. It's like a crushing movement. And as you're bringing your hands to your knees and crushing whatever it is you're crushing, it may be your husband if you're really mad at him right now, if he's not helping you change those dirty diapers, if he's not waking up at night, and you're the one who's waking up at night. No, I'm just kidding. Crush. As you're crushing down, you want to exhale. That engages your core the most. So, what was I just saying? Yeah, so it's hard, you really want to exercise after your kid is born or your kids are born, and it's hard to find the time because basically your whole day is taken up by doing like laundry, burping, by diaper changing, feeding them, and then not sleeping, of course, is like number one. And then like your fitness goes right off to the side, and you just don't think about it. Of course. All right, next exercise is going to be standing, and you're going to bring your knee to your elbow. You could pretend like you're like a spider or like a lizard climbing up with the sticky hands and sticky feet. But anyway, I was saying it's really easy. Actually, it's not easy. None of this is easy. It's really hard to stay fit when you have a kid. Everything's new. For me, I did breastfeed for the first 3 months, with my twins, although they had trouble latching. They were born a month early, and I had a lot of trouble with actually putting them to breast. I only tandem breastfed them a few times because that was just really hard. So, you know, breastfeeding will help you lose that weight and, you know, get your fitness kind of back on track. But I only did it for 3 months. I could only give them each half of their milk supply from my breast. The rest I had to do with formula. I had to supplement, which was kind of tough on me because I don't want to do that. Our timer is about to go off. I'm going to pause it. I'm a little bit out of breath, guys. I think it's because I'm talking to you while working out, but we're going to be transitioning to the floor for the rest of these exercises. All right, guys, so meet me on your mat. I want you to be on your hands and knees, and the first exercise on the floor that we're going to do is going to be a cat-cow. So I'm just going to resume our timer here. So you're going to do the cat and the cow. Cat, cow. So keep doing this. The alternative to this, if you're feeling like your stomach is hanging a little bit or you're just really not feeling strong in your core enough to do this, kind of bring yourself back almost into like a modified child's pose and do it that way. That's going to protect your abs a little bit more and make it easier to do the cat-cow, so you don't hurt yourself, because like I keep saying, and I'm going to keep saying it again and again, is you really want to go slow. So I'm just going to go back into the regular cat-cow. As you're doing the cat, that's when you want to contract your abs. Bring them in towards, bring your belly button in towards your spine, and then up towards your diaphragm. Contract it as much as you can. That's where you're getting your workout. And then relax, contract, relax. As you're contracting, that's when you're exhaling, and then you're inhaling as you go down. So this next one is going to be also on our hands and knees. It's called a bird dog. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna extend your opposite arm and your opposite leg out, okay? Now, doing bird dogs can also be a little too much if you're just starting out. So some alternatives to the bird dog include bringing your legs out, just doing the legs, or you could just do your arms. All right, so that's another option for this one. Make sure you keep your abs nice and tight. You don't want any hanging bellies. You want to keep your back nice and flat like a table, and do whatever variation of this one that you would like, whether it's the arms, the legs, or the alternating arm and leg. Keep that core really tight because you really don't want to injure yourself. Slow is the name of the game. Almost done. We got 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. So now we're going to be doing a supported side plank. We've done these before, but we haven't done them quite with as much support. So what you want to do is either, so you're gonna tuck your knee in, put your arm up. There is our side plank. You can even do this on your elbow, whatever you prefer, and just hold it. Stay really still. Bring your abs in, engage those abs. That is like the whole thing of this video, is engage your abs. Make them really tight, as if you're wearing a corset, and you are doing something really awesome for your body. So, like I was saying, my diastasis recti was 3-finger widths. It was huge. Right after I gave birth to my twins, it looked like I still had a triplet literally inside me, and I was really defeated. I felt like I'll never look back like I used to, and I'll never get my body back. And we're gonna go to our next exercise, which is the same thing on the other side. So I'm just going to flip over so I can keep looking at your beautiful faces and chatting with you. So support it. Ooh, I almost did the opposite of supporting it and not supporting it. All right, so support it and get up into that side plank. So So what was I saying? Oh my goodness. I do not have baby brain right now. My kids are at grandma's, so I don't have an excuse. But yeah, I had 3 finger widths of a separation when I finally checked, and that probably was like a few months after I found out what the heck diastasis recti was, because I went to the doctor's office when I was pregnant with my twins, and I remember it must have been like 4 months along, and I remember like doing sit-ups. I definitely did not take it easy at the gym. I'm one of those people that just like powered through it. In times maybe I should not have, and I noticed that I had like a bulge in my abs whenever I would do like an ab exercise, and I asked my gynecologist, I said, what is that? Like, this is not normal. My abs never did that. All right, relax guys. This next one we know is a vacuum. I incorporate it into this workout because it is so important. I want you guys to do it as much as possible. So bring your abs in and up towards your diaphragm. Bring those pelvic floor muscles in, cinch everything in, and wear that invisible sexy corset. Keep doing it. I'm just gonna keep chatting with you guys. Whenever you relax, give yourself a moment and go back into it. Yeah, so my gynecologist didn't even tell me that it was diastasis recti. He just said, well, you probably shouldn't be doing ab exercises at the gym, like sit-ups and stuff, so just lay it low. And I remember thinking like, what is that? And I may have done some research then and found out like, you know, maybe I have diastasis recti, but I just like still wasn't sure exactly what it was. I didn't know that there was exercises that could help me, and so that's like why I also wanted to do this video, is I just really want to help you guys, you know, figure out what the heck this is and help you fix it, because it does get better. Like, you can mend your diastasis recti like I did. So now I want you guys to lay on your back, and we are going to be doing a bridge. All right, so bring your butt up, tighten those glutes, and you want to bring your abs, tighten them, bring that belly button into your spine and up towards your diaphragm. Make sure to engage those pelvic floor muscles too, those P muscles. Do it all. And if you are feeling like very strong in this position, what you can do, you can add in a little bit of like a circle motion. So that's going to kind of help strengthen your core even more so. So if you're ready for that, you can upscale it a little bit. Do some circles in the opposite direction. And keep going. If you're circling, circle back the other way. And done. All right, so the next one is going to be a one leg raised knee. So what you're gonna do is you can lay flat, bring that knee up. Just like that. It's a very gentle exercise. What I suggest you doing, because I don't have this on the timer as 2 separate exercises, is doing like 1 or 2 or 3 on each side and then bringing it back to the other one. Of course, you guys can do this video as many times as you want, so if you feel like you could do it one more time, you can definitely play it over again. And gently bring your knee up. If this is like super easy for you, you can engage your muscles a little bit more by bringing your shoulders up. That is literally only if you are feeling up to it. That definitely adds some difficulty to this exercise. So yeah, I want to encourage you guys to stay fit. As a mom, it's really hard, but it's gonna help you mentally so much to stay fit and make sure you remember to take care of your own body. So you want to go into a plank, and you are going to step your feet out and in. All right, this one's definitely more difficult. Again, if you can't do it, no problem at all. There was definitely a time when I couldn't do this one either, but you have to work up to it. Give yourself some time. You can also do the same one on your elbows if it's easier. I probably would rank this one as the hardest exercise. Switch off to doing your opposite leg out first. Just switch it up a little bit. So you don't have to do this one if you don't feel like you can. Continue doing the bent leg raise, or you can do the cat-cow, whatever you feel like you can handle. So, my last pep talk is, you got this. You can definitely do it as a mama. You can stay fit, keep your sanity, and also, feel good about yourself, because a lot of the times, like, you can lose yourself in motherhood and just like take care of your baby so much. There's the end of our timer, that like you forget about you. And I went through it. A lot of my mom friends went through it. Talk about it with your mom friends. If you want to reach out to someone, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can comment down below or send me a message or whatever. I'm also on Instagram right there. So you can send me a message on Instagram, but yeah, I really want this place again to be a place where we can support each other. If you are feeling like not in a not good place with your body, with your fitness, just know that you need to take it slowly. I've been there, I've done that. I've pushed myself past what I should be doing, and I'm here to tell you you should not do that, because it doesn't help you. And so go slowly. Make sure that you have a good support network. I'm here for you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I loved making it for you. If you enjoy these kind of videos where I kind of tone and talk with you, which is kind of where I got this new channel name from. If you guys are new here though, you may not know that I changed my channel name, because I love working out with you guys, and that's what I really want this channel to be about, where we get stronger together, we get healthier together, and we just continue on building that relationship with ourselves and with each other. So please don't forget to subscribe down below. I would love to have you for these workouts, and make sure to hit that bell as well, because it's really important so you know when I post new videos. But that I post every Tuesday and Thursday, guaranteed, but I may throw in a little bonus video here and there. I also had a recent request from one of my friends on YouTube saying that I should do like what I eat in a day. If that is something that is interesting to you guys, please let me know. I'm thinking I'll probably do it anyway, but I'd just like to know what you guys want to see. If that's something that's interesting to you guys, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see it, and I will definitely make a video on that. So on that note, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. It's finally sunny outside. Yay! And I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. See you guys.